What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I've got some eBay sales that I've made over the past few weeks. I went through and picked out some for you. We're going to talk about them. We're going to discuss them. Sales have been coming in really good, so I went through and I've picked 10 of these sales. Let's take a look at them. The first one here is this Florida puzzle. I believe I paid $2 for this at a thrift store, Goodwill. There were no comps to compare it to. It was vintage. And I went ahead and I said in my video I was going to price it at about $40. For some reason, I priced it at $29.95, and it sold within like 5 minutes. So I sold it for $29.95, and the buyer paid shipping on that. I don't remember where it went, but it wasn't Florida. So maybe I definitely priced it a little too low, I think. I was kind of surprised it sold this quick. I even had somebody send me an Instagram message or an email or something asking me if I had sold it. So apparently it was pretty popular. Yeah, I probably priced it a little low though. Next, we have this terrible picture of some Build-A-Bear Star Wars outfits. For $5.99 at Goodwill, a cart came out. I picked up this bag that had some Build-A-Bear stuff in it. I picked out the Star Wars stuff and made a lot. And then I made a lot of the rest of the stuff. Star Wars lot sold really quick. Sold it for $29.95. Did free shipping because it shipped first class. It wasn't even complete. The Boba Fett there was missing the helmet. And I can say this is my first Build-A-Bear sale. I don't think I've ever sold any plush, and I certainly haven't sold any of the clothing. Something I didn't know a lot about. I just did a quick search for Build-A-Bear outfits. And I saw some were selling for $30, $40 by themselves. So a mystery bag, it was taped shut. I couldn't look in it. I decided to take a chance. And it looks like it's paying off because I've already made profit and I still got the other lot to sell. I feel like I might have mentioned these in a video because I had some lost footage. Somebody at a thrift store, I found these upstairs. I came down and there's a woman blocking the door. She thought I was trying to steal these. Don't know what was going on, but I got 117 of these, actually more because I had some of the balls as well. These are the Fisher-Price sensory blocks. And yeah, I just sold this lot for $59.95 plus shipping. And honestly, they were dirty. They were kind of beat up. Some of the glass, or not glass, it's plastic, was cloudy. And I described all that in the description. There was even some very old Goodwill stickers on there. I got all these blocks for $5. I didn't bother taking any of the stickers off. I didn't bother cleaning it. I said this came pre-owned, and I recommended that they cleaned it before they let any children play with it because I wasn't doing any cleaning beforehand. Still sold pretty well. Here is a book I picked up at a thrift store. I paid $2 for this, The Dragon Riders of Pern. I really hope that I haven't showed these in a video. I know they were in thrift hauls, but it really seems like I talk about this stuff sometimes, multiple times. If so, I really apologize. I try to pick interesting items from, the stuff I sell, so we just don't keep seeing shoes and hats, even though I have to pick some shoes, baseball gloves, all that kind of stuff that you just keep selling. I thought this was unique. The condition was kind of bad, and I priced this a bit lower. Some of them were selling for $30, $35, and I said, you know what, I'll just price it at $24.95 because, my condition's worse than the others. And it sold the same day I listed it. I almost priced it at $19.95, but I figured I'd just try $24. I honestly was surprised that it sold in this condition. It's not like it's in terrible condition. It's just the dust cover is kind of beat up, as you can see there. It stood out because it looked old, and I just looked it up and I said, hey, this book's selling pretty good on eBay. I've been paying attention to hardcover books, and I have some great hardcover scores recently as well. Some good sales, the Stephen King, some Oz books. So I'm certainly, if I have the time, I'm going through the hardcovers a bit more and looking for the really unique old stuff. Here's something else I know I've mentioned a couple times in a video. I don't think it was in the what I sold on eBay video, but this is an Electrolux Powerhead for a vacuum cleaner. I picked this up for $5.99, and you can see up here in the top, there's 2 prongs. Luckily, I have a Shark vacuum. It has 3 prongs, so I was able to fit the 2 in 2 of the holes of the 3, and it still worked. So that's how I was able to test it. It's in really good condition, and I sold it for $69.95, and I did free shipping on it. That's kind of weird. I don't know if I meant to do that, When I was looking up comps, I probably should have priced it $59.95 and done calculated just in case it went far. I don't think it went far because I only paid maybe $10 to $12 to ship it. For paying $5.99, it's a really good deal. I love flipping vacuum parts. Here is Draw Poker Light and Pocket Poker. Radica Games, I picked these up at a yard sale. I paid 50 cents a piece for them, and I sold them for 20 bucks. I just lotted them together. They weren't selling great by themselves. Not for great money anyway. These are pretty easy to deal with. You just pop some batteries in there. You just play the game, test to see if the buttons are responding. They had some dust and dirt on them, so I had to wipe them down. I probably got about 20 minutes of time into these, and I probably made like $12, maybe $13 profit in the end. So it's not like huge money for my time, but at the same time, I'm only in it for $1. Making $12 or $13 for 20 minutes of work is fine for me. Been selling a decent amount of shoes, so we'll put a couple of shoe sales in here. These are New Balance shoes. These were super clean. I didn't have to do any work on them. I just bought them and took 7 pictures and listed them. I could give you a tip with shoes or really anything you list on eBay. You should always try to find ones that have sold in the comps and then just do a similar listing from there. Then just check the data and make sure everything matches right. Change the size or whatever you need to do. Because if you're doing a new listing for each item you list, completely new, and you have to put in all that information, it takes a lot of time. But these shoes, all I had to do is put in the item number. I found some that sold. I changed the size and the item specifics, and then I just uploaded my pictures and cropped them. Took probably 7 or 8 minutes total, but I sold them for $24.95, and buyer paid shipping on these. So if these would have been priced up to $10, I wouldn't have bought them. If they would have been dirty and I had to spend time scrubbing them, I wouldn't have bought them. Time management. And then we have these Safe Tracks shoes. These were clean, unworn, new without tags. Sold them for $27.95. I didn't know how well they would do. It looked like the comps were kind of all over the place. They weren't the greatest sellers, but being new, being a safety shoe that people need to buy probably if they get a new job or for the job they currently have, they're going to be saving some money. Non-skid shoes. I was using keywords here: work manager, Oxford, dress shoe. There was one I picked up recently that was postal employee improved or something, or approved, postal employee approved. So you just take certain keywords to sell some shoes and some items. Again, I paid $5 for these, no work into them, just the listing part. Here is a thermostat I found at Goodwill. I paid, I think, $5.99 for this. It was open box. Didn't have really any comps for this specific model, I don't think. But when I opened up, it looked like it had not been used. All the paperwork and everything was in there. So I priced it at a fair price. I wanted it to move. I priced it at $29.95. And it sold pretty quick. I think about over the last decade of reselling and thinking about how many thermostats I've sold a lot of thermostats. It'd be interesting to see the stats. I bet you I've made thousands of dollars selling thermostats. This is just stuff people need. If you're buying things that people actually need that don't go out of style, yeah, you can do well. Here was a great flip and a disappointing flip at the same time. This Dymo label writer 4XL. I picked up at a Goodwill for $4.99. I thought I was going to sell this for about $250. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work right. I still sold it for $114.95 though, and it sold really quick, sold it for parts and repair. I spent probably an hour, maybe over an hour, trying to get this thing to work properly. Labels would feed through, but I just couldn't get it to print. The labels fed through, but it was like 2 or 3 at a time. It was just so bizarre. And I used to own one of these. I bought one of these for my thermal printer before I got rid of it because it was trash. And I couldn't get it to work half the time anyway. Even the one that I bought, it was awful. And I have no problem saying that I hate this printer. No offense to anyone out there using it. And I know I always talk up the Rollo printer, but I have not had any issues using the Rollo printer. And with this, I was having issues daily the moment I bought it. And then this one, it may have worked fine. I just couldn't get it to work properly. So I said, you know, I'm done. I'm just going to sell it for parts. Somebody knows what's going on. They can just fix it and sell it, make some money or whatever. I just described in the description what I tried and what it was doing, how it was acting. And yeah, it sold for $115. So there it is. There's some sales for you, some information. Hopefully you learned something. I gotta get this video edited, uploaded, and then I have to go list some more. Had a good week last week thrifting. I got totes downstairs filled with stuff I need to get cleaned and prepped and listed and then sold, and then I can make videos about that stuff. But I really want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, be subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.